Good morning to a brand new day. Time to learn and games to play. Learning things is so much fun. Learning is good for everyone.
Jingle.
Happy Thursday, second grade. I'm so glad that you are here with me in our PBS classroom. My name is Mrs. Vang, and I'm so excited to have you here so that we can become amazing readers and writers. So, speaking of being an amazing reader, I have a great book to share with you. This is a book called Fry Bread, and it's a Native American family story. And it's a book written by Kevin Noble Millard, illustrated by Juana Martinez Neal. And it's perfect because did you know that November is Native American Heritage Month? It's a great month to learn all about the Native Americans. Now, in this book, Fry Bread is food. It's warm and it's delicious, but fry bread is also time because it brings families together. Fry bread is nation because it's shared across the country, and fry bread is celebration because it's a celebration of tradition. So if you want to read more about this book, make sure to see if you can try to check it out on Sora or at your county library. Now, speaking of Sora, this week, we have the same top 5 schools. Can you believe that? So I want to say an awesome job to our top 5 schools: Robinson, Calwa, Viking, Buller, Talon, and Baird. You guys are doing an amazing job checking out those books on Sora and reading. Now remember, if you want your school to be up on our top 5 countdown, make sure you are checking those books out and reading them. Now, so for today, we're going to give them the Raise the Roof cheer. It's really simple, boys and girls. All you do is put your hands up and we're going to say, woo, woo. You ready? Woo, woo. Good job for those 5 schools that are doing an amazing job checking out books on Sora to read. Now, are you ready to get started? Because remember, we need to make our brain super strong. But do you know how to do that? You can also do that by doing one of these fun activity books. Now, do you know how to get one? All you have to do is write me a letter here in my PBS classroom. Write me a letter, tell me what you're doing, how you're doing, or do you want to recommend a book for me to share to everybody? That's all you have to do is write me a letter. Make sure you include your address so that I can send you one of these fun activity books. Now, let's get ready for our lessons today. Are you ready? Awesome. We're going to start with our high-frequency words. Remember, high-frequency words are words that we see most often when we are reading and writing, so it's important to know them automatically so that we don't have to stop and sound them out. So all week, we've been learning some words. Remember, every day we are going to be focusing on 2. So our 2 words today, so we have 2 words that we're going to be focusing on today. Remember, help me read and spell them as I show them to you. You ready? My first word today is part. Help me read it. Part. Good job. Help me spell it. P-A-R-T. Part. Awesome job, boys and girls. Help me read the second word. And guess what the word is? Second. Like you're in second grade. Make sure you know how to read and spell this word, boys and girls. Let's read it. Second. Let's spell it. S-E-C-O-N-D. Second. Good job, boys and girls. Now, I have 2 sentences for you. Help me try to figure out which one of these words will go into my sentence so that it will make sense. Ready? Help me read the first sentence. My first sentence says, we are in grade. Oh, I bet you know what word that is. Let's do the second sentence. Ready? I have a big in the play. Now, which word is going to go in the sentence so that it will make sense? Oh, and you guys are already telling me, Mrs. Vang, we are in second grade. Yes, you are. Good job, boys and girls. So that must mean part goes in the second sentence. Let's put this here and read to see if it makes sense. Ready? I have a big part in the play. Does that make sense? Yes, it does. Awesome job, boys and girls. Now, let's get ready to train those ears. Get those listening ears turned up. Are you ready? We're going to practice our phoneme categorization again, and this is a game that we're going to play called Which Word Doesn't Belong? And this game, remember, I'm going to say 3 words. Your job is to tell me which word doesn't have the same medial sound. Remember, the medial sound is in the middle. And here's a hint. My medial sound this week is the A sound. So you're going to find the word that doesn't have the A sound. Are you ready? I'm going to use these blank cards to represent a word. Ready? Okay, listen. Which word doesn't belong? So if I said sleigh, pray, key. Sleigh, pray, key. Which word doesn't belong? Key. Good job. Key says E. Sleigh says A. Pray has the A. Good job. Okay, how about these set of words? Remember, your job is to listen to see which word doesn't belong. You're right. Okay, ready? Spring, spring, grain, train. Spring, grain, train. Which word doesn't belong? Spring. Good job. Good listening. Okay, last set of words. Ready? Break, cube, wait. Break, cube, wait. Which word doesn't belong? Cube. Good job. Cube has the U sound. Good job listening, boys and girls. Now, remember, speaking of that long A sound, this week our focus is all on the long A sound. And remember, all week we've been practicing all the different ways that we can spell that long A sound. Because long A says A, you're right. But remember, the tricky part about this sound is there's lots of different ways to write the A sound. And remember, a lot of these are also what we call homophones, because depending on how we spell the word, they also have a different meaning. So first, let's go through all the different spelling patterns for the long A sound that says A. Ready? We have the A itself, the AI, the AY, the EY, the EA, the EI, and the EIGH. Remember, they all say the A sound. Oh, and don't forget that A consonant silent E. We learned that spelling pattern a couple weeks ago, but it is still part of the A family. So now let's practice reading some words and building some words with the same spelling pattern. So help me read my letters up here, or blend them together. Ready? This says R, ain. What is it? Rain. Good job. Now, what if I put a P in front of it? What's my new word? Pain. Good job. What if I put a in front of it? What's my new word? Main. Good job. And what if I wanted to spell the word gain? What letter would I put? G, G. That's right. A-G. G, gain. Good job. Now, watch this. What if I make it hard and I put a digraph? Remember, CH says ch, ch. Chain. Good job. And what if I put some blends? So if I put the TR, now it becomes train. And if I put the GR, that becomes grain. Oh, good reading, boys and girls. Awesome job. Remember that spelling pattern, because if you can spell one word, you can spell lots of different words. Now that we have practiced our blending and building, let's go and practice reading. And today I have a short story for you with our A sound. This is our story called Gail is in Pain. And as we're reading, I want us to focus on our fluency skill. And our fluency this week is intonation. And intonation is really just working on the tone of your voice. Remember, and changing it. Like when we have a question mark at the end, we want to change it so that our voice goes up a little bit. And intonation can also mean stressing the important words so that it can give you a different meaning in the sentence. Okay, so we're going to work on our intonation as we're practicing reading our story called Gail is in Pain. And again, as you're reading, I want you to see if you can spot all those long A words. Ready? Awesome. Help me read. Gail is in pain. Gail is in bed. Gail is in pain. She had a bad day. She may have a bad cut. Gail must stay in bed and rest up. Hey, stay still, Gail, says Gail's mom. Stop. Do not slide in bed. Gail gets lots and lots of mail. Gail will stay in bed and rest. Good job. So, boys and girls, did you see all that long A? Let's see if you guys can help me find some of them. Ready? Where do you see them? Gail has the AI. Gail. Here's Gail again. Pain has the what? The AI. Pain. Day. Good. Day has the AI. May. Good. And here's Gail again. Here's stay with the AY. Good job. Hey, guess what? Here's my EY that says A. And this is the hey, like when you see someone you know, right? Hey. Here's stay again. Gail, say, says, Gales. And you see more Gales. More with the word Gail. Here's the word stay again. And good eye. AI and male. Good job, boys and girls. So, as an extra activity, boys and girls, write about a time you had to stay in bed. Were you sick? What happened? Write about it, and boys and girls, send it to me. I would love to read why you had to stay in bed. Now, let's continue quickly with our contraction. Remember, all week we've been working with contraction. We know contraction is a shorter way of writing two words. We worked with the is, contraction with is, has, will. Today, we're going to focus with the contraction with the word are. So, you are becomes your. We are becomes where. They are becomes their. Right? Now, this is where it gets tricky. Again, these are all homophones. Some of these words have the same sounds but different meanings. So let's practice reading some of these words in a sentence. Ready? They're staying until 8. They are staying until 8. You're great at reading. You are great at reading. Guess what, boys and girls? You're great at reading. You really are. You guys are doing an awesome job. Remember, when things get hard, what do we say? We say, I can do it, because you can, boys and girls, you can do hard things. Don't forget to come back tomorrow so that we can continue our learning. I hope you have a great day learning with your teacher online. See you tomorrow. Bye-bye.
To a brand new day, time to learn and games to play. Learning things is so much fun. Learning is good for everyone.